We have this recording. Okay. Let's see. We are being live streamed right now. All right. Are we there? Let's see. Make sure that we're streaming. Okay. Should be happening any minute now. Anyways, hi, Marybeth. Welcome to the Launch Your Fempire Fempreneur Raw Talk. We're so happy to have you here. I met Marybeth via the very extensive programs that we have been in with our same mentor, Sage Levine, with Women Rocking Business. So that's how we met. And I instantly loved your work because it's just so it's like I love design. I love the idea of having a really, organized office space. Not that easy to do sometimes, but yeah, I just really felt like your niche was really complementary to what I'm doing in supporting women. And even with what we teach in the academy right now, with our first quarter, we're teaching about organizing structures, just having everything like in a way that makes sense for you when you're working. So these are all your zones of genius. So welcome. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone that is tuning in and on the call. I'm Marybeth, as Aisha said, and I am a holistic home and office design expert. I work primarily with female entrepreneurs that are wanting to grow their business. And I help female entrepreneurs create a workspace that helps them focus and reduce their stress, helps them think more clearly and produce higher quality of work, increase your productivity, and be able to get more done in your day so you can save time, be able to attract the clients that are aligned with what you're doing and ready to invest in themselves through you so you can make more money and so you can grow your business to six figures, multiple six figures, seven figures, whatever your goal is, and have the life that you want.
Okay, we are definitely live, just so you know, it worked.
Beautiful.
I love this, Mary Beth, especially because I know a lot of female entrepreneurs that are like me that have ADHD, neurodivergent. And when we have a messy workspace or we're feeling like things are out of control, it's even harder to sit down and get the thing done when it's already hard enough to focus. So I just feel like you have a whole micro niche even with people that just need help, in just the everyday of like organizing their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, having like a nice, comfortable, relaxing station to come to, it immediately takes some of that stress off right away. So yeah, I love it. How did you get into all of this?
So I spent 10 years in the interior design and sustainable building world. I was working on high-rise residential buildings, new builds, single-family homes, ripping down to the studs and building new or actual new construction. And then I decided to shift because we were creating these beautiful spaces, these beautiful homes, but then there was a disconnect to then how people lived within the space, the lifestyle, the quantity of things that they were bringing in and how that impacts the air quality and just the stress of people's everyday life, and exactly what you're talking about, and creating a space that will align with your brain and will align with your goals for your life. So I started in 2019, I formalized my business. So 5 years ago, I can't believe I can't believe it's been 5 years. But then and I started working more with professional women in the interior environment and creating a healthy, beautiful, relaxing home that they can be in. And then I realized, well, within professional women, there's two different types of professional women. There's the professional woman that works for a company, and then the professional woman that has her own business. And then of that woman that has her own business, the entrepreneur, she either has an office in an office building or she's building her business from home. And because I'm a woman entrepreneur building my business from home, I very much can relate to that other female entrepreneur building her business from home. And so what space in the home does the female entrepreneur care about the most? Her workspace. That's the center, the power center of her business. And so that's how I got into this niche and how I have arrived where we're at today.
Oh, I love it. I mean, a lot of us are trying to shove our offices in our bedrooms, right? Like there's so many ways that we're trying to get work done. Some of us are working from our kitchen counters, but to really have a dedicated workspace, your power center, like you're calling that, is just so important. It's so important. I mean, and even, like my workspace is in my room just because I live in an apartment, right? I moved to San Diego. This is what it is. And I try to keep it clean because I'm like going to bed looking at my office space, and so I'm sure you have all kinds of tips and tricks for that to like try to separate the two spaces so you can sleep and not feel like you're in work even while you're sleeping. Is that some of the stuff that you work with?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I have clients that are in all kinds of different situations. Everything from a small one bedroom apartment, which is actually what I'm in. I'm in a 700 square foot apartment in downtown Vancouver. So I have figured out how to craft an optimal workspace for myself. And then I have clients that have an entire 700 square feet of their basement that is their entire workspace, right? I know, like, what a dream. So for those of us in small spaces, yeah. So everything from that whole range, and it's so much fun. I absolutely love space efficient design anyway. So it is so much fun for me to help people carve out dedicated, purposeful, intentional workspaces that will help them grow a business.
Oh, I just love that. I think what you're doing is profound. I think people don't even realize how badly they need function in their homes, and that this is what can actually drown you. It's these little things that can take you down, not having a good filing system, not knowing where your stuff is online, right? Like just not having things in place just causes absolute chaos. And then you're looking for things which takes forever, and then there's frustration building, right? It's just it can like take you down. I mean, me not even having a washer and dryer anymore has been like, whoa, I did not realize how this was going to affect my life in the way that it did. And now I'm like, I made a mistake. I should have gotten a washer and dryer. My next place will have one because I'm like, I can't function like this. As a woman who's a mother, right? Like running a home, most of us women are running our homes, providing, at least the emotional, mental labor at home, mostly, not all, but most. And we're trying to like manage, like, oh my God, there's toilet paper I forgot to get, or blah, blah, blah. And then you come to your messy desk and it's just like, never mind, you just want to like hide. And so what you're doing is, I think, a real service to women who have so much on their plates already, and we're just trying to manage and like, the juggle is real, right? Like we're just juggling all the balls. And so I just love what you do. Um, so how do people work with you, Mary Beth? Can they work one-on-one with you? Do you have like group programs? Tell us more about how someone could get your services, even though you're, in Vancouver, right? Do you work online, stuff like that?
Yes. So I now am completely online, and people are always amazed, like, you can do this work online? Yes, yes. And I actually find it is much more successful online than it is for me to be going to you in person. And the reason for that is because I'm teaching you, I'm coaching you, and I'm guiding you every step of the way to be able to create that space for yourself. But you're the one ultimately making those changes
Yeah,
and having to tweak them to make it work for you, and having to reflect on, is this working for me? Yes, no.
yeah,
What else would work? And so I find that the clients that I have are, they are at a different level in their life than once we have worked together, because they have these skills. They have not only the space, but also the skills to do this, and their confidence, their pride in the space, the commitment they have to their business. It's just like, it gives me tingles. I tingles right now, because it's just so wonderful to see how beneficial it is. I do work one-on-one, and I have a group program. And yes, they are all online and they are all live programs. I'm not a DIY person myself. If I sign up for a DIY course, I don't do it. I just don't listen. I don't take the time. There's so many other things to do. So it's all live, and we do everything from weekly training calls to weekly group coaching calls to implementation days for you to actually get shit done. I think you do something similar to that too. Yeah, the co-working days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So, and then specialized workshops. I bring in various special experts on different topics to help them. So, yeah.
Oh, I love it. And so I just love that you're able to help people around the world just from online. It's just amazing what technology can do now. And I love that you do live. That's how we do things too. I really want to just be hands-on with my, Academy members and Crown members. There's no way to really just do the magic, give the magic, have that exchange when it's just like, oh, watch this video. I just can't do it.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, there's nothing like getting your clients results and just feeling the pride that you see in them from like working so hard and like implementing what you're teaching. So yeah, I totally know that feeling so well. It feels so good. So you have an event coming up that's free, right? That people can join in. Hey, Kiana, yay! She's so glad to catch this. So needed to hear this encouragement and motivation. I love it. Yeah. So, I miss you too, babe. So, yeah, tell us how the listeners, the watchers can connect with you for this event that you're doing. This is so exciting.
Yeah, so I am doing a 3-day mini course called The 3 Keys to Optimize Your Home Office. And in
Mm.
those 3 days, it's 2 hours each day, excuse me, March 5th to 7th from 3 to 5 Pacific.
Okay.
I'm going to be going into the 3 different keys, the 3 different aspects of your workspace that we need to refine and make over to a certain extent for you to optimize your home office so that you can be more confident, get rid of clutter, be able to focus, branding your workspace, be able to calm your digital files, your emails, all those time
Oh,
management systems,
this
all
is
those
good.
things, and be able to bring in the income that you want for 2024.
Oh, I just love that. I mean, just even hearing you say that like feels like this ease in my system. Is this the 3 keys that you shared? You spoke for us another time, and it was around like your mental space, right? Your work, your digital space, and then your physical space, right? Yeah, it
Exactly.
was. I mean, that just having you talk for 10 minutes was like impactful for me. Honestly, I was like, so I'm so excited that you're doing this. So, ladies, I just put her opt-in page here for free that she's offering this for. It's a 3-day mini course. I would definitely jump on this. I put it right here in the chat on the live stream in Facebook. So definitely find her there and sign up. And that's actually International Women's Day week. So that's exciting for all of you ladies to just, get empowered in March, right? And then I'm so excited that Mary Beth is actually going to be teaching in the academy, which is amazing. So I've been bragging about you to my ladies. They are so excited. I'm like, she is like the icing on the cake. I'm bringing her in at the final Q1 ending because we've been talking all the quarter about like, I'm like, ladies, you need to purge. You need to clean up your act. You need to get your shit together with your spaces, because it's so true. I mean, I know that when my inbox is crazy, I start feeling crazy. When my files in Drive are starting just to get out of control, I just start to like come undone. None of that is helpful for me. Like if I feel like my house is a mess, it doesn't like it makes me so unproductive, especially as a solo mom, especially who's neurodivergent. It just feels impossible sometimes. So I just love that you work on the 3 spaces. My academy members are ready. We've been talking about how we watched this special one time, and it's like there most an average home has like 300,000 items in it. 300,000. There's probably more for some people, right? Like, and maybe, there's less if you live in an apartment, but still, you can, I mean, what do you do with like the random paper clip, right? And the thumbtack and the penny and the one sock. It's like these kinds of things. And that can happen in your office space too with the erasers and the blah, blah, the old post-it, like on it goes, right?
Mhm.
So I imagine that just in your program, you probably cover a lot of these things and even like probably how to manage like financial, like, organization as well is probably another thing that you would touch on, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Taxes, these things.
Yeah. How do we organize ourselves so that we are staying up to date with our taxes and not getting in trouble with the government? We have legitimate businesses. That's what we want. We don't want just this hobby thing that we are,
Yeah.
it's kind of fun. No, we are building legitimate, credible, professional businesses. Let's embody that mentally, physically, digitally, emotionally,
Oh,
psychologically, all of
God.
it.
I could not love this more. I'm gonna see if I can come to your event. I don't know. It's like a big. It's International Women's Day is my birthday too, so we do a big thing usually for the women in my group. But yeah, this just sounds so amazing. Yay. Kiana says, yes, mama, I love all this. She needs to manifest this change for herself this year. I hear that. Kiana, you should definitely go to her training. It's going to be 3 hours because she's in Hawaii. So by the time Mary Beth does her, I don't know, actually, March,
It's
I want to
3 to
say
5.
March. Yeah. So Hawaii doesn't have daylight savings time. So
Ah,
they go from being 2 hours behind Pacific to 3 hours. If there's a change that happens. So make sure, ladies, that you're looking at the time change that day to know what it is. Because it might change. I think it changes March 6th. So it might even be in the middle of your training that it might change. I don't know. I'll have to double check. But yay. So come to Mary Beth's free training. This is going to be amazing. And if you're an Academy member or Crown member already, you get Mary Beth for the last session that we're having in March. And we're also going to try to get you back one of these days for the Vampire Builder Fridays. I'd love to have you in a play shop there as well. So stay tuned and we'll let everybody know when she's going to come teach for that. I also have a business boot camp coming up if you want to come speak in there too, again, maybe.
yeah, sure.
So yeah, it's just so valuable what you do. And
Mhm.
I remember, I just moved across the ocean, obviously from Hawaii to San Diego. And I was thinking about that episode I was watching because I was like, God, I've had to touch like 300,000 items and make a decision about each thing. And that I think is what we don't realize is how much energy it takes to have extra stuff that you don't need. It's like bleeding your energy out, It's like asking for your attention in some way energetically, right? What do you think of that?
Oh, no, I completely agree with you, and you're so right. With each item that we have creates a little catalog in our brain. You know, if you imagine a bookshelf or a library, each item is a different book. And each item has its own story, right? Where did I get this little brush comb thing? And why do I have this by my desk? Where did I get, my speaker, my notepad, all these things, right? And so if we have 300,000 items, our brain has to keep track of 300,000 items and where they're at. Not just that we have them, but where they're at. What color was it? What did it look like? What shape is it? All these things. Where did I put it? But if we have 50,000 items, that's significantly less stuff that we have to keep track of.
Yeah.
And the
Oh my
mental
God.
space that
Yeah.
clears for us. So if we want to be creative, and entrepreneurship is creative, it is the ultimate creative endeavor because you are
Ultimate.
building something from nothing.
Yeah.
And so if we want to be creative and build a successful business, we have to be able to think clearly. We got to create the space.
Oh my God. I could just talk about this subject all day long. Like preach, sister, because it's just so true. Even in a more like esoteric way, you know, your organ of evolution, your organ of change is your large intestine, right? I have a degree in holistic health, and I'm telling you, like, you can back your own body up if you not dealing with the amount of stuff in your home, if you're not organizing, if those channels aren't clear, it reflects inside your internal system as well. You know, like I've heard stories of people like purging and actually starting to like be less constipated. Like it affects everything. Like what is around our environment affects us internally as well. So,
Oh,
I
for
mean,
sure.
I remember just, crying of the stress from just having to move all this stuff that I'd held on to. Oh, I might need this one day, especially because I am a creative and I love to do crafts, right? And oh my God, the crafting hoarding is just another level, right? If you do things like this, ladies, I know it's not just me. Oh, I
Yeah.
might use this another time, right? And it's just like, oh my God, at one point, do you just have to say, like, this is not bringing me joy
Yeah.
anymore? This is not bringing me joy. I'm like, Marie Kondo, right? We got to Marie Kondo that shit, ladies. So,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And when I work with my clients, there's several different evaluation tactics that we can employ
yeah,
or deploy to use or evaluate items, and why are we keeping them, and what does it bring us, and should we be holding on to them, because we want to create an intentional space, an intentional life. We're doing things on purpose. So we need to be really conscious and aware of that, and how they're impacting us.
yeah, absolutely. But we don't need to keep, 20 years of letters from an ex-boyfriend, ladies. We can let it go. Or an ex-girlfriend, whatever. Anyway, thank you so much, Mary Beth, for being here and all the energy you bring, and your genius is so needed. Like literally, Kiana says you're an answered prayer for her. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. Virginia here is in the chat. She's saying perfect timing. She's organizing her office today. I love it. I love the energy. So much fun. So again, ladies, it's in the Facebook group. You can find her information. We also have it here in the Zoom chat for those of you that are here. Thanks for joining us. And you can get Mary Beth. Actually, can you drop your how to follow you and all that right here too? So I'll put it right in the chat as well, so that they can follow you. And maybe if they can't make it to this event, they can at least get on your list. I'm sure you have some awesome free gifts that you offer to get on your list. I'm sure she's got some cool checklists or something. And then I'll
Mhm.
get that in here too. And yes, if you're an Academy member or Crown member, join us. Don't miss her. And if you're not a member yet, you should join so you can get in with her. So,
Yes.
okay, here we go. I'm going to take that, put it in here. Okay, edit things. I love how we're just doing this in real time, baby, real time. Okay, here we go.
This is real life.
Save.
This is
This is life.
entrepreneurship, right?
All right, honey. Thank you so much. You're amazing. I'm so excited for you. Your training is going to be so hot, and we're here to support you always. So we'll connect again soon, you and I. Thanks, ladies, for joining us today. I'm going to stop live streaming, and there we go. Okay. Bye, honey. I got to run Arrow to the doctor right now. So I'll see you soon, love. We'll be in touch. Thanks,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Aloha. Bye.
Bye.